Now, in the study of religion, when we talk about actions, what does any religion, what kind of action does the religion ask us to do? We call this orthopraxy, correct action. When we talk about belief, religion teaches us orthodoxy, correct belief. So this hadith talks about actions. All of these are the acts that the believer has to do. The testification of faith is an act. You have to actually say it. So, there's almost consensus on this point that for somebody to enter into the state of Islam, they have to say out loud, at least once in their life, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Of course, there are people out there anywhere throughout history and now and in the future that probably believe that, but they've never sort of taken the step to say it. Inshallah, their state with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is good, and that's with Allah. I mean, it's not for us to determine. But on the earthly plane, when we deal with one another, obviously that requires to actually say the testification of faith. So the Shahādah, it's a statement of fact. It's if you believe it's a fact, then you're going to state the fact. Of course, it has to be backed by belief, but at the end of the day, it has to be stated. That's why it's part of our actions. And then we have the standard ibadat, prayer, which requires the prerequisites of prayer. So all actions are going to have the prerequisites, are going to have their core conditions. We call them the arkān, those integral parts without which the act is not, sufficient. Like if you stood to pray without wudu, your prayer wouldn't be valid because you need that's called a rukn. It's a requirement.